Hi everyone, my name is Sulaiman, and today I'm going to be introducing my new video series, which will be documenting my business journey. And for the last few months, I've been working on starting up an Amazon business. So I've been trying to launch a product, through Amazon as a fulfillment by Amazon, and basically I've been trying to launch a private label brand. So I'm going to document that journey as well as my other business ventures. As I go along. So really, little bit about me. I'm an electrical engineer. I work full time as an engineer. I don't have any sort of history building a brand on Amazon or any of the other platforms really. So this is my first attempt at doing so, and it's really about it's really me learning and adjusting as I go. This is not a tutorial from someone that has built an Amazon brand or a e-commerce brand. So this is really as raw as it gets, and it's just me documenting that journey as I take it or as I continue and progress on this journey. So why have I decided to do Amazon FBA or fulfillment by Amazon? It's mainly because Amazon already has an existing customer base. There's a lot of customers, millions of people that use Amazon on a daily basis. So there's proven demand for products on Amazon. I'm still working as an engineer, and I still want to keep my full-time job. And FBA allows me to do that because I don't have to deal with order fulfillment and managing that side of, I guess, that logistics and the supply chain. I can outsource that to Amazon and they can deal with that for me. And I think it's still one of those platforms where it's possible to really build a brand and eventually scale that brand and build something that is, that you can be proud of. So those are the reasons why I've decided to delve into Amazon FBA. So I think that's probably the gist of it. So what is my progress so far? So far I've registered a company which I'm going to sell under here in Australia. I've registered with Amazon as a professional seller using my company, and I've done all the ID checks and confirmed all of that sort of stuff, and got my account to a healthy status so I can begin to sell. Well, I've done some product research, and I've tried to develop a methodology that can help me analyze products in a systematic fashion and really, sort of rank and score products using some basic metrics and I guess parameters. So I've used that to do some product research, and I've looked at the different niches, and I've looked at different products in those niches and which ones I'd be happy to get into. I've looked at price point and a range of other factors as well. I've contacted quite a few suppliers, and I've had very long discussions with suppliers around getting samples and getting a decent price for the product. And I've received quite a few different samples, and I've looked at those samples, and I've decided whether I want to pursue those products further or not. And so that was one of the stages as part of this whole process. Um, I have ordered my first shipment, and that's currently on the way to the Amazon warehouse in the market that I intend to sell into. So again, there's quite a few different Amazon markets. There's in the US, there's Canada, there's Mexico, there's markets in the Middle East, there's Australia, and quite a few others as well. So you really have to decide which ones you want to get into. I have I have filed a trademark, and I've registered with Amazon, brand registry, to protect my, I guess, brand and my product and my trademark. And that's been a whole process as well. Really, quite a few different issues during that process to get it all set up and running. But we're sort of through that, and I can talk about that as well in another video. So yeah, really, I'm at that stage, just waiting for the shipment to reach the warehouse, and then the listing can go live, and I can start selling the product. Or I can start working on trying to get my first sale for the product. Shipping is one of those things that takes quite a while, especially with any sort of uh, logistics business, if you like, or a business that really heavily involves logistics. And so you just have to manage that. I know you can try and get things shipped faster using air freight, but it's going to cost you and it can eat into your profit margins quite a lot and really make the business unviable. So you have to decide how you're going to ship, and you have to be strategic and sensible when it comes to shipping. So far it's cost me probably around 3,000 USD to get to this stage. That includes the Amazon setup costs, the trademark costs, the lawyer costs, the product, sample cost, and the inventory cost as well. So I think it's probably about 3,000 USD, and I'll break those costs down further in the upcoming videos and really break it down as to how much each individual line item has cost me. But yeah, roughly 3,000 from memory. I'll talk a little bit about the problems as well in the next videos. But really, the main aim right now is just to make sure that the product gets to Amazon and that my listing goes live, and I can start running my PPC campaigns, and then look at making that first sale. Throughout this process, I won't actually reveal my products that I'm selling for obvious reasons. But I'll show exactly what I spend, what I earn, and probably every major mistake and blunder along the way. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. So yeah, the product remains private, but the journey, the numbers, all of that stuff remains transparent and open for you guys to see. I'm also going to include some links to tools that I genuinely use or I believe are extremely important or very useful for anyone that wants to get started on their Amazon journey, whether that's for private label or online arbitrage. I'll link the tools down below with some affiliate links, and yeah, feel free to check those out. I do get some commission if you purchase any or if you sign up to any of them using the links provided at no additional cost to you, so it does help me out. But yeah, I'll link those tools so you guys are aware of what tools I'm using, and how you can use those tools as well to get started on your own Amazon journeys. So yeah, make sure you check that out, and I'll update that as I continue to change the tools that I'm using or continue to I guess, improve the tools that I'm using or change my approach. So make sure you stay up to date with that. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure you stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. I think you will really enjoy them, and I'm really excited to make those videos and explain my thought process and my progress so far. So I'll see you then. Bye.